next reader is Stan Burfield, who is the organizer of Mykonos Poetry Without You. And Stan, you have to do this for more than 2 more years, okay? Come on. Come on. So without you, we would not be here.
I'm counting on you guys. My life has been so totally different lately than it used to be. I can hardly remember my past anymore, so I use my old poems. I go back through them occasionally, especially lately, to try and patch together my life, and a little bit. They're pretty good emotional memories in poems. And these ones were from when Linda and I had a flower shop in Vancouver for quite a while. And I would work on Sundays. She would go home, so she'd have a day off out of the week. And I would, Sundays are pretty slow, so I would just stand there and putter around and so on. And then I'd come home, and she'd look at me, and here's the title of this one. Guess what happened at the store today? Nothing at all, I'm afraid to say, except Betty brought me a cheese stick, and there's a new mailman. He came in late, and I heard a mouse scratching up in the crates. And, oh yes, a strange guy came in the back. He said he was looking for the cafe beside us, which made me suspicious. But he went away, and I felt like spaghetti all day today. That reminds me a little bit. Here's a, probably on a Sunday. No, I think Linda was there. I remember it actually. But it was a slow time, and a day like today, beautiful sunny day, and I was leaning against the counter, just looking out the window, daydreaming, and saw a woman walking down the street on the other opposite sidewalk. It's called Something So Beautiful. A man notices a woman in a long summer dress, her hair soft against sunny shoulders, as she stops at a sidewalk display to buy a bouquet of flowers. Something about it is so beautiful. From the way her fingers touch the petals, and her glance caresses them, then blooms across her face. He imagines the flowers are not for others, but for her own rooms, where in his mind he finds himself inhaling deeply the fragrance of that tenderness. She disappears down the street, and soon the vision itself dies behind his rough make-do eyes. And there was a bookstore there run by a guy with a certain amount of schizophrenia, but he managed to run the bookstore, and he had a little reading room in the back. Allen Ginsberg came there one day, and I was lucky enough to go and hear him. Yes, I heard Ginsberg read once. He said, "Prepare for death." That's the title. And goodbye, the memory dwindling of Ginsberg in the back of the Black Sheep bookstore, that clear voice in mind, the harmonium wheezing. And goodbye, the mad store owner, his books in my backpack, and the folding chairs, and all those readings there with him not long from the madhouse goodbye. And the bookstore gone, and me now too, and even the West Coast drifted out to sea, and Vancouver into the sky goodbye. A small mouse memory now, that's all. He had this wheeze box, pulled it somehow. It was really neat. This one has my father in it, but this was written in Starbucks here not too long ago, so he kind of cheated. called Permitted Form. Every morning on the farm, my father, looking out the kitchen window at the fields, would slurp down his coffee till the cup was empty. Here inside Starbucks, they wet their upper lips, eyes tremble, oval mouths crinkle, then oval, then crinkle, backs erect on flat stools. And the air is made of gently blended voices. Sentences slip out of a laptop, climb a man's arm, press the hand into the weight of the brow, slide down the slope of the back, firming the form. A woman thumbs the tight arc of her vertebrae, pushes into a hard chair back, raises arms, the casual stretch, drums feet, lightly scratches flesh. Her brow is plowed like a farmer's field.
Thank you, Stan. And I think you're right that poetry does, if we look back, at what we've written, it does sort of capture those emotional moments.